Jacob Lyon. I'm the software support engineer here at Red Bul Racing. I do all the support for the testing, some racetrack data duties, and some shop support duties. Nick's doing data collection. He's our DAG, data acquisition geek, and right now, since it's a test session, all the car's allowed to have sensors and stuff like that. Normally during the race weekend, there's no sensors, no electronics, no nothing in the car. And when it comes in, he'll pull all the data off the car, and then he'll put it onto a server that we have in the cart. And then all the engineers will get that information off that server, and they'll analyze the data that comes off the car. As well as doing real-time communication back to the shop with what's going on in the run, looking at different setup changes and things like that. At the racetrack, we're responsible for if you plug it in and turn it on and it's electronic, we're responsible for it. So computers, laptops, we've got desktops, cameras, we've got satellite internet connection back to the shop, we've got satellite TV, sprint cards, timing and scoring data. Let's see what else. Some limited radio communications we have responsibility for. Not the radios inside the car, but some other stuff that we broadcast. We've got the drivers have tablets that they use to analyze information when they come back into the garage area. We have to make sure all the communication stuff works.
Now, can you tell us a bit about why you're using a tablet PC?
We looked for something rugged for our guys because the industry we've got, these guys beat the ever-living snot out of stuff. They are hard on computers. After a year of traveling with a race team, stuff is destroyed, broken. Some guys will run through 2 or 3 laptops. So we started looking for some sort of tablet to fit the niche of what we needed for some different guys. We wanted something small, we wanted something fairly lightweight, but most of all something rugged, because when they're out there at the racetrack, sometimes it can rain. They'll be standing in the middle and it'll start pouring down, and most computers will fry. And mobile fit the niche of what we needed.
On your network, how many systems do you have?
Total, we've got 180 some odd machines, but at the racetrack, probably about 45.
So 45 PCs for one team?
Well, between the two. Yeah, let's see. There's anywhere from 15 to 20 per team at the racetrack on any given day.
Now, what kind of information are we seeing right here?
That's the telemetry. As the car's going around the racetrack, you'll see steering angle, RPMs, speed, throttle position, brake position, that's steering angle versus throttle, bunch of oil temperature, water temperature, lap times. That's actually a GPS of where he is on the racetrack as he's going around. These are all the different information that's collecting. This is all live as he's going around the racetrack. Different loads, we got bump stop loads, sway bar loads, spring loads, a bunch of different load cells inside the car, measuring all the different forces going on, trying to get as much information out of the car as possible. We've got all the engineers are connected via a program it's an in-house software program that we've got a guy that writes, and the tire guys feed the information into that, and then it's distributed out to the engineer and the crew chief so that they can get that information as fast as possible. We've also got, not here, but at the racetrack, we've got the fuel guys doing it. They're putting information in during pit stops, putting that stuff in, so everybody's getting the information as fast as possible, because you're doing lap times of anywhere from 15 seconds to a minute, depending on what racetrack you're at. Everything's got to be lickety-split, just as fast as possible. We have more information going to more people here at the racetrack than ever before. As far as from a connectivity standpoint, we've got engineers talking to tire guys, pulling fuel data. I mean, all this different information, all feeding back so everybody can look at it, and the linking of the two teams as well. So one team can look at what the other team's doing and seeing all the different information from tire pressures to, you know, what sway bar they're running, what springs they're running, what they did when they came in and made a change.
I know with NASCAR there's kind of a balance between like the heritage of the sport. You know, you're still running, you're not running EFI, you're running carburetors, right?
Right. I mean, the car's still, the heritage is all still in the car. From a technology standpoint, that hasn't changed much. NASCAR made some changes with the car tomorrow and the new chassis and the new bodies, but essentially, I mean, the motor's from 1950. It's carburetor. There's no fuel injection. There is an ignition box that's electronic, but it's not. It's dumber than what you'd find in your car. They still run a distributor. And it's the standard off-the-shelf motor from.
It's a lot like my dad's old Chevy.
Exactly. It's something from the 60s or 70s. I mean, it's like my very first car that I had. You know, it's simple, easy to work on, easy to fix.
But in the back end, you've got all this.
Yeah, from once you get away from the car, I mean, when the driver goes out and comes back in, he actually gets a tablet computer to look at. And when he comes in, and he's got lap times, he's got simulation data, he's got all his, you know, what's he's in the car. He's also filling out a sheet saying, you know, as he went around the track, how the car felt. So he's actually giving it numbers, and people can look at that and record that information and see what's going on. And that's distributed between the racetrack and the shop and all the engineers and everybody that's there at the racetrack.